Alright, further down through the construction, which is free and clear to pass through. Looking at these mountains for the first time, and it looks like there's snow on top. And I haven't experienced any rain in the area in a long time. That could be some really sticky snow. Whoa, another fly in the eye. Oh, I'm local enough traffic. Smells like death around here. Oh my God, they really compact the animals. And there's that sound again. What is that about? Oh, I smell pigs. Is that what's in them barns? Is pigs? Oh, it still stinks. I see goats. Maybe goats are fed the same slop as pigs, because it smells like the pig slop. They are in a big hurry to put up apartments. They really have a shortage, or that much of a shortage? Whoa, there's still stuff on the sidewalk. There you can get a peek and see what's... This is a single family home. Several rooms. I'm sure they all look the same just for the convenience. They got a lot of work left to do. I got the wiring up. Garage maybe. Oh, and yeah, you got upstairs two stories. Got some old farm machinery over here I'm a little curious about. Long abandoned. I think it's still run by machine. Just walk around one of them. Just amazed how these people live such a different lifestyle around here. I mean, this area gets really hot normally, but it feels good now. So Mormon isn't complete until they've gone through a few seasons of this desert-like lifestyle. Maybe that brings them closer to Jerusalem, but they're not really living too difficultly because they got some nice homes with I'm guessing some good air control. I'm guessing these rocks and wire cages are for looks. I don't see any other real purpose for it. I've never seen anybody design it like this along the sidewalk every 30 feet or so. It's definitely a unique look. Fit in around here better. I should get a white shirt, black pants, and I don't know what color tie. Blue? Take on the grizzled Mormon look. I don't think any of them have beards. Keep the beard and just have the uniform. And all those white shirts, they're always short sleeve. They're never, I don't recall ever seeing any long sleeve ones. There's an abandoned house up ahead I think I might like to take a look at. Also, this field looks abandoned too. It looks like they were doing some field work out here and then abandoned it. And now sagebrush is coming back on this side too. You see it like has evidence of old activity, but now it's being taken back by the desert. It'd be a little risky to check out this house because there's this other house across the street. It stands pretty strong because it's got concrete foundation. Whoa, a big old antlered deer. Let me get that on my other camera. There's a deer at this abandoned house. Look at them antlers. That's incredible. He sees me. Hi, buddy. Look at them antlers. And there's two of them. They just want to chill at that abandoned house. I've never seen antlers so big before. Wow. So interesting how people in the neighborhoods conduct themselves. They don't run wild in the streets like you find in other cities, doing illegal things or just playing in the street and maybe being a bit annoying. Instead, they'll agree to meet in parks and locations and have a kind of a party in some way instead of just running up and down the streets. The streets are pretty quiet. Dust storm got a little worse. You don't want to be exercising in all this dust. I've gotten a lot of dust in my eyes today. River Jordan, I believe. Private, whoa! There's a fence right here. I don't think this bridge is used much by pedestrians. Nice wide sidewalk at least. Oh, the sand. Woo! It's kind of compact. All right, this is the river part of the Jordan River. Wow. What? There's a pedestrian bridge. Why didn't I see that? I was just over there. I could have crossed that. Maybe it's only partial. Thanksgiving Point in 3 miles? Jeez. I thought it was closer than that. Danger, edge drop off. No trespassing. These olives are as sweet as dates. They're practically dates. And look at that, they got a spine. So they're almost like a hawthorn. Alright, I think somebody had some weird ambitions around here. I've seen something like this before, and it's not explained, but from what I understand, the people intend to like encourage bees to live in these holes. It's kind of an isolated area. I've never actually seen a bee live in, or any insect live in these holes. Alright, I get the feeling like I should probably turn around. This is getting further and further away from where I want to go. I've completely missed Thanksgiving Point. It looks like it's all a part of a private resort with all the private property warnings and stuff. And it's not clear where this trail goes. It's like I can't focus in on it. I can't see it on my map. All right. And they're talking about this dam. What did they call it before trail? These people seem to have a well-mowed yard. I just don't understand this fruit. It's so weird. It's all white. Big old spikes. They got a big old gates for one. And a big missile up. Oh, I think it comes off of submarines. Torpedo. All right. Big old torpedo with double propeller stuck in place. Wow. There's Five Guys burgers or Seven Brothers burgers. But does Five Guys have their own van? That looks pretty cool. Seven Brothers. It's very faint, but there was some kind of animal on my car, as evidenced by the dust. I don't know if it was actually a cat. Actually, it looks like claws, like a raccoon. What kind of cafe opens so late? I don't think it's wise to call it a cafe. I usually see cafes as something that opens early in the morning. I don't know what's so odd about this Smith's. I'm in the back of it. It looks like it's like active or something, or people are cleaning up around the area. But I was told that they left 3 years ago. The Smith says it's been inactive for 3 years. And yeah, you can hear a whirring. It's completely gutted out. They got a fan. They're trying to sublease it. Do a subleasing. But three years? I can't remember when I was here 2 years ago. It's so strange. 2 years ago, I can't remember if this is open or not. And if it's closed for 3 years, then I really can't remember. You know, I got a real passion for exercise. Unfortunately, it also conflicts with my passion for parking in convenient spots close to stores and libraries. Conflict artist. Someone who starts an argument with other people and tries to make it as entertaining as possible. So to steer the discussion, the argument in ways that will bring out the most interest from the audience. I think that tends to be just bringing out emotion a lot. But logic too. People like logic. Emotional logic. I'm really annoyed by being in a position where when I want to exercise, I have to look over my shoulder every rep, pretty much. I was trying to balance on my balance board, and lo and behold, somebody walks up behind me. So I quickly put it all back in the car. I just can't stand it to have these people. I don't know what they're gonna say. Since most people don't like to exercise in cities, you only have 15% of the population that's dedicated to exercise. I just assume that most people are gonna assume that I've lost my mind. I'm thinking that I'd like to get a bedroll kind of soon, just to have it in the car, and it'd be neat to be able to carry it around while bicycling, especially when I go on long bicycle rides. But it's really been inspiring to search for leisure things that improve my just like experience with leisure. Because sitting in that hammock, I mean, that was comfortable. It kind of, I don't want to say it works different muscles, but it definitely, it gives a different feel from sitting in my car. Even the folding chair gives a different feel from sitting in my car. From sitting on the ground, it's just a softer surface. So I'm thinking the bedroll would make a nice softer surface, making sitting a lot more comfortable, and that gives me more rest, because when I sit on the concrete, when I sit on a hard ground, it's stressful. It is pretty stressful because I have to move a lot more. I have to shift my weight because I put the weight on just too small of an area of my butt. But it's like, also bums will, that's one of the first things they use is a bedroll. Reading Ted Conover's book Rolling Nowhere, I read that a few years ago, and that's one of the key things that he referred to when things that he carried around was a bedroll. He'd undo his bedroll and go to sleep. He was able to carry that around hopping trains. They are light, but they're bulky. That's one thing I don't like about them, is that they're bulky, but they have to be so you have a comfortable surface to lay on. I wonder if I should try combining apple juice with prune juice. Prunes will dilate the colon. Apple juice will just give you like massive diarrhea, especially the stuff in the glass. I had this all in one sitting, but it is smaller and it tastes more watered down, so this shouldn't hurt me too bad. They put a lot of effort into putting messages on the glass. Drink your apple a day. Grown fresh apples. Martinelli's 1868, Watsonville, California. Alright, I'm not too confident that this is a wise idea, but I've mixing hops with some prunes, get some bitter and some sweet together. Alright, I think this goes to show how strong the hops are for bitterness, and how strong the prunes are for sweetness, because I put a lot of hops in I think for the ratio, and it's really edible still. The hops are I can taste the strength of the hops, but they get overshadowed by the prunes. But the prunes, they're so sweet too. They're two extremes on opposite ends, and they're able to meet in the middle. Although I will say that this adding hops does kind of slow down my appetite for the prunes a little bit. Also surprised last night to find at 10 o'clock at night somebody racing one of them drones around this parking lot. It was pretty insane. I was kind of scared to get out of my car and get hit by it. So many professionals around with clean bodies. I'm jealous. These are some of the most unpleasant walks. No sidewalk, in the dark. I gotta pull my little baseball cap lid down over my eyes.